Hello everybody, welcome to an evening edition of Ben on the Fen. Didn't get a chance to go out this morning, so thought we'd head out and enjoy the beautiful sunny evenings that we are experiencing at the minute. A bit out of breath because I've had a bit of a march on, so apologies for that. But it is the Wednesday Q&A, and today I want to talk about pricing, and specifically Morphry Thyme's pricing. Now, it'll be quite unusual for an accountant to be quite open and honest about their pricing. However, I feel openness and honesty is always the best policy. So, Morphry Thyme, we operate either hourly basis, which is what we tend to do initially, before moving on to a fixed monthly fee. Now, our standard hourly rates are based on a multiple of things. So, first off, you've got staff wages. Staff need to be paid accordingly based on their skills and experience and knowledge. And then of course you've got on top of that is the national insurance and pension contributions as well. So what might be a standard hourly rate suddenly becomes 120% of that hourly rate. So nice easy example, someone on £15 an hour, their cost immediately to the business is £18 an hour. And they need to factor in holidays, training, admin time, which potentially is, I don't know, another 40 days a year. So by the time you extrapolate those, the actual hourly cost of employing someone, you can do this, apply this to your own business as well. That £15 an hour could quite easily end up being 22, 23 pounds an hour by the time you factor all those other non-chargeable periods. Now you then got to factor in overheads, so IT costs, national insurance, training costs, so training courses, all that sort of stuff, admin staff, so we've got some admin staff here, so they're an overhead for the business, although overhead, they're also a massive asset. So you then add all those together, which could then equate to another, I don't know, £5-6 an hour. So that £15 an hour has now become nearly 30. And then of course, we're a business, and a business needs to make a profit. So add the profit margin on, and you can quickly see why an hourly bookkeeping rate is £32.50 an hour. And hopefully you can quite clearly see that the profit margins for us are quite small. And I get told by other accountants and professionals, Ben, your prices are too cheap. And at the end of the day, as long as we're making a okay profit on the bottom line, I'd rather not rip off my clients and make ridiculous amounts of money. As long as I can pay my bills and I've got a little bit extra, I'm happy. So that's how you kind of get to that hourly rate figure. If you then looked at the fixed fees, we then after 3 months know roughly how many hours we're going to be spending. So we then lock in that price, you're happy with the service at this point. And then once we're locked it in, it's on me and the team here to make sure we're efficient. Footpath only, oh, that's fine. I'm walking a different route tonight. There's a sign that had red writing on it. I panicked a second. So yeah, it's up to us to make sure we can deliver that service for the price we've quoted. And obviously there might be some times where we spend a bit longer and we lose out. But then there'll be other months where we don't spend as much time. So hopefully over the course of the year, some months you win, some months we win, and it balances itself out. Plus you then have the peace of mind of knowing what that fee is going to be every month, and what the agreed services are. So yeah, that was the sort of Q&A element today, pricing, and specifically focusing in on Morphry Thyme. But if you run a business and you charge by the hour, you could use this model for yourself, and it might scare you to see what you're charging out people per hour. You're actually losing money. I've done this with a few people, so maybe you should check it out. And if you don't know where to start, give us a call, we can help. Okay, I'm about to go in some woods. Ooh, nearly broke my ankle in a hole. So I'm gonna go because it's gonna start getting a bit dark, and I will catch you all again tomorrow for Ben on the Fen Thursday. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.